Esquimalt is thumbing its nose at the Capital Regional District, and the fight over sewage treatment is coming to a head. Last night, Esquimalt Council set aside the CRD's application for rezoning to build a treatment plant at McLaughlin Point. Instead, Council approved a solution of its own. And now both sides are waiting for the province to intervene, but is the province willing to step into this mess? CTV's Stephanie Sherlock joins us now with more. Stephanie.
Hudson, it was the meeting everyone had been waiting for. The township of Esquimalt approving its community plan and a bylaw that would require the CRD to cough up cash and amenities to secure McLaughlin Point for sewage treatment. Now, Esquimalt effectively drew a line in the sand when the province says it will not cross. As Esquimalt effectively says no to the CRD's proposal to rezone McLaughlin Point.
Clearly, from the public hearings, there was no appetite for the CRD bylaw as it came forward.
Instead, Esquimalt Council passes its own bylaw.
All those in favor?
The in-house version allows the CRD to go ahead with plans to build at McLaughlin Point, but it will come with a cost. The CRD will have to barge all construction material in, spend at least $75,000 on a public use space, and make yearly contributions of $55,000 to an amenity fund.
Their bylaw would, aside from being things that we can't, as I understand it, we aren't legally authorized to give them, also presents a cost burden that I think would be unfair to everyone in the region, including the taxpayers of Esquimalt.
Esquimalt Mayor Barb Desjardins disagrees, saying they're doing what they feel is best.
And this is the very best. It's not just the best for Esquimalt. This is the best for the region because we're holding this process to a higher standard.
To me, that turns it over to the ministry to help us through this process.
But the province has said it will not step in.
The idea of intervening in a matter that should be solved at a local level is not something that we take very lightly.
And the environment minister hasn't changed her mind.
I realize that this is controversial between them and that they are in debate as to whether or not they can resolve it. But I would encourage the parties to get back around the table and find a way that they can resolve this between themselves.
We left the CRD bylaw sitting at second reading, and we did that for a reason. And that was to allow CRD to come back and further to have discussions with council, as they had indicated to staff they wanted to do.
The CRD is meeting with the minister in the coming days. Both sides are hoping for guidance from the province at the very least. It seems, as Denise Blackwell said to me this afternoon, that the two sides are really at an impasse. Both the CRD and Esquimalt say they're willing to work together, but clearly something is missing. For Esquimalt, it may be trust, as the community felt a little bullied over the Viewfield Road site issue. And the CRD is working on a timeline that will take federal and provincial funding with it as it ticks away.
And that deadline is looming.
It certainly is.
All right, Stephanie Sherlock, thank you.
You're welcome.